Hi, I'm Samson Ricker. I'm here with Emil DeAndreis, who graduated Lowell in 2004, and he just published a collection of short stories called Beyond Folly, and I'm here to discuss. So I guess maybe could you just give a brief summary of the book, or just a little overview for prospective readers?
Sure. We have this protagonist. His name's Horton Haggerty. His job, which is substitute teaching, which kind of places him in very tedious and vicious situations with children and administrators alike, kind of attacking him everywhere.
So how did you come up with Horton's character? Is that based on, do you relate to him in any ways, or is it completely just random fictional character?
I would say I have days that compare to this.
Mm-hmm.
In SFUSD, probably a few times a year.
Yeah.
If I was as miserable as Horton is, then I wouldn't have been subbing long enough to write a book, I would say.
Did your experiences as a high school student at Lowell influence the experiences in any way that you described in the book in the view of the high school student?
You know, as a student, I can recall clearly those glorious days at Lowell when you walk into a classroom, see some sub just like hunched over a desk, like nearly asleep already, and just turning my back and walking out, you know, or like giving him a hard time, you know, or having fun at the sub's expense. So I'm sure those memories played a role.
I know that Beyond Folly, the term comes from one of the students in the AP English class that you talk about, but maybe you can just talk about where you got that, where did that idea come from?
There was this like well-to-do, sort of pompous weakling kind of man, and he had a wife that just acted neurotic all the time and he couldn't control her. It was just like the bane of his existence kind of thing. And basically, during one of their conflicts, he heaved this like what was supposed to be a very like hurtful insult at his wife when she was acting, you know, out of hand. And he said, "You're acting beyond folly," or "This is beyond folly." And being like a 22-year-old in a class and all the insults that like you hear these days, hearing that and someone expecting it to have like a very like profound effect on his wife just like cracked me up.
Right.
And so I started to say this is beyond folly in class. It was in Mark Panic's class, my professor. And so he started hurling that insult at me every time I was late and stuff like that. And so it kind of stuck with me.